So next, externalities. If it is accepted that business do not bear the total social cost of their activities. Externality means social cost. You are doing the business, it will impact your environment, right? Your environment and your society where you are doing the business. So it will be impact adversely to the society, right? Anyone it will be impacted it will impact to the society adversely. It will be expensive to the public. It may be anything. If a disease, if any diseases occur due to your business operation, so the public will go to the hospital and they have to spend money on the medicine. So that is externalities. Second one, if you pollute your environment, so government have to clean that. So government will have the labor cost for that. So that is externalities. That's why I will read second part of that note. Then the exercise of the social responsibility is a way of compensating for this. An example is given by the environment. Industrial pollution is injurious to health. If someone is made ill by industrial pollution, then arguably the polluter should pay the sick person as damage or in compensation. In the same way as if the construction company had accidentally bulldozed somebody's house. Good example. If accidentally you know that when the construction start, right? If you start the bridge construction company going to start the bridge construction, so when they do that analyze that land, if it is land is good, strong enough to build the bridge, so they will test some they will conduct some testing. Due to some testing, it will be impact to the land. They will bring the big machine and find out whether this land is strong, right? They will hit that land with the big machines. So it will be automatically, so it's like this, land will be having the shocked by the machines. So if the any building near to that bridge will be sometime bulldozed, sometime it will be destroyed. If destroyed happen due to this construction company, right? Construction company is to pay the compensation for that company. That is legal. That you should do, right? That's why you know that maybe for social experiment, social welfare programs are taken by the many large companies in order to show the public we are doing the business with you and we are making profit. Also we are giving the social benefit to you also. So two images created. First one, creating the image that they selling the product and they making the profit. So everyone think this big company making the product to us and they making the profit, right? Other side, if you doing the good thing to the public will think, yeah, this making the profit, however they are giving the social benefit also. So this company is good. That's why most of the companies are taking the social welfare programs. So nowadays very famous in you know that for this coronavirus, most of the companies are contributing to our company. Free foods are given, free meals are given, quarantine, for making the quarantine camp, so they are providing the money also, right? They showing we are good in this volunteership also, right? That's why externality means that if you making the this is good example. You everyone don't know about this because Coca-Cola company has been contributing to this diabetes hospitals in each and every year some amount, because they are making the diabetes, because their beverages are having the more sugar level, so they making the diseases to the public. So they also making the good to the public also. That's why all the also beverage company are contributing most to the this hospital, private hospital and government hospitals, most of the this health concern works, right? So therefore everyone see this company is spending money on the protecting the public also, so we are better to purchase the product of that company. So it's a good image, right? So externality means so making the external cost, right? Sometimes polluting the environment is a good example. So external cost should be paid by that company who is responsible for that externalities, right? In practice, of course, while it's relatively easy to identify statistical relationship between pollution levels and the certain illness, mapping out the chain of cause and effect from an individual's wheezing cough to the dust particles emitted by factory X as opposed to factory Y is quite a different matter. Very good example is in 2006 or 2007 there was a bar in US, right? One person is admitted to hospital, right? Hospital, and after checkup his body, doctor is told you are heavy smoker, due to that you have the lungs cancer, so there is no possible to live there is no possible you to live more than 6 months. You will die within 6 months, most probably you will die within 6 months. So he told, I did not smoke, even I am not a smoker, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't even go in a dust area. So doctors were shocked. Doctor asked you, so where are you working? He told, I am working in a bar 24 hours. He working more hours in the bar, more than 10 years he worked in the bar, right? After that, due to people who are coming to the bar will smoke, right? Normally smoke and drinks. So that smoke come out from that smokers will impact to that person. That person is a waiter. That person is a waiter to the bar. After that, he put a case against that bar, and he got the some money, right? I don't exactly remember the how much he got. He got the billion of dollar from that bar. So company is bad. Company is bad, and company is paid that. Why company should pay? Because company made the disease to him. So company should pay that. Otherwise, this bar's name will impact to other in the society. They will say bar is made profit through these employees, workers. So finally they did not look after the employees. So we should avoid this bar. We should avoid this this company to consume these its products, right? Not in Sri Lanka. Most of the Western countries are always seeking the public health first. That's why if they think this company is not good for public or society, they will reject anyway. Not like in Sri Lanka, no political influence, no underworld influence, no police. You can't give the money to the police and you can't buy the police, right? In foreign countries most of the Western countries are in that way, right? If you did the wrong, you should have to bear the wrong and you should go to the jail. You can't pay money to that, right? That's why externalities very impacted to the businesses. So always before you take the actions or decision, you should understand what will be impact to our society, what will be impact to our environment, what will be impact to our business after this, whether we can bear this cost, whether we can face the public after we did this. So always you have to think that, right? Then of course it could be argued that these external costs are met out of general taxation, but this has the effect of spreading the cost amongst other individuals and businesses. Moreover, the tax revenue may be spent on during the disease rather than stopping it at its source. Pollution control equipment may be fairest way of dealing with this problem. Thus, advocates of social responsibility in business would argue that responsibility of business that do not rest with paying taxes. Right? Always we are saying we making the profit and we on the profit we are paying the tax, income tax. Right? For sales tax we are paying the VAT and NBT. Right? You are saying, yeah, I am doing the business. For this business, I am paying the commission to the government through this tax. Tax is like a commission to the government, right? You making the profit and giving the some portion to the government. So government making the money. So government should bear what will be impact by our business. We are not responsible for our business. Right? You can't argue like this. You can't argue like this. Tax is different. Your social responsibility different, right? Should understand. In your paper also can be asked this, right? Is there any jurisdiction for social responsibility outside remedying the effects of a business direct activities? Is there any jurisdiction? Jurisdiction means laws and rules. Rules and laws that is given by the government, that is passed in the parliament, that is jurisdiction. Jurisdiction means Sri Lanka is one jurisdiction. Sri Lanka law and rules are different than other countries. India is a different jurisdiction, right? In India also there are many jurisdictions. You know, the Tamil Nadu have the different culture, different rules, right? In Mumbai, having the different. That's North India. North India having the different culture, different rules. Right? They are also between the states also sometimes rules and law may be changed. Right? So if the same law and rules, that is called jurisdiction. Understand the meaning properly. So India having the more jurisdiction, not only one. India is a jurisdiction. Sri Lanka is one jurisdiction. Right? America also same thing. America also different state. I mean different jurisdiction. For example, in North India, prostitution is legal. In Tamil Nadu, in South India, prostitution is not legal, right? That's available in black market, like that, right? In the Tamil Nadu, they pay in the tax for alcohol and cigarettes. In some states, right? In some states in North India, no tax for the this alcohol, tax free. Because giving the alcohol free, because some areas having the more cold area in the India, so that's why if you pay in the tax for that, the price will be increased. People will not consume the alcohol, so they cannot bear the cold. So giving like as a concession, but it's not, that is not a actually reality, right? Even though cold or not cold, you can live with the with the food and water. You don't need to consume the alcohol. That is myth, right? Rumors. So they depend on that. We can't stop that, right? And for example, should businesses give to charity or sponsor the art? Several arguments have been advanced, suggesting that they should. If the stakeholder concept of business is held, then the public is a stakeholders in the business. A business only succeeds because it is a part of wide society. Giving a charity is one way of encouraging a relationship. Giving a charity to the business. Charity means you don't need to establish the separate organization as a charity. Charity means if you giving the something to the someone to make him benefit without getting any benefit to you, that means charity. It's like a donation, right? Charity means that if you're doing without any benefit to you, that is called charity, right? So charitable donation and artist sponsorship are useful medium of public relations. Most of the companies are having established charity and donation funds account and creating that funds to the different purpose. For example, when you can see in Bank of Ceylon having the different donation box, right? They contributing that box money to the high hospital. They also having the different donation box also, that is contributing the cancer hospital. So they creating the fund. They also having the different account in their bank also, right? So if you want to give the money to them, you can contribute. Employees are contributing to that. So Bank of Ceylon always taking the money. Bank of Ceylon, that company also contributing some amount to that account in each and every month. So that money is being sent to that hospitals. Okay? There is a different public relations, right? So we are showing Bank of Ceylon showing we are contributing the cancer hospital, we are contributing the this eye hospital. So public will have the good image on that bank, right? And reflect well on the business. It can be regarded then as another form of promotion, which like advertising serves enhance consumer awareness of the business while not encouraging the sale of a particular brand, right? Without it's saying better to do this type of charity, donation, contribution, this social welfare program, rather than doing the advertisement in the TV program, right? You don't need to advertise in the TV program. You can do this. For example, in school sport meets, nowadays it's very famous. In school sport meets, Nestle company contributing free of Milos to all the students without charging, right? When we were schooling, we were experienced that, right? Then Red Bull contributing parade time, in big match parade time. You can see the Red Bull come with the 2 cars and giving all the Red Bull free of charge to students, right? So we are finding Red Bull is more expensive energy drink, so we are getting free of charge from here. So we think better to consume the Red Bull year after they given. So at least someone who have not tasted the Red Bull also tasting the Red Bull on that time. So taste also given to the consumer because of the free of charge delivery, right? That is also good promotion activity, right? So the argument for and argument against for socialism is a complex ones, right? How ultimately they can be traced to different assumptions about society and the relationship between the individuals and organizations within it. Arguments favor also there, arguments against also there. It's like this. Some business are doing the social activities and social programs, donation, charitable activities, because of they thinking everyone is human beings, we have to support the human. First thing in mind. Second business maybe think like this: if you did not do these activities to the public will reject us. That is second thinking. First one, we are thinking everyone is human being, we have to support the human. Second one is you will think our business will be closed if public found out we are not supporting the public. Third one is, if we are not support to the public, we will face the cases from the government. Government will fight against us and will be closed. 3 thinkings there. So which one is better one? Which thinking is better thinking? We can't say. Purpose is one. Purpose is we have to bear the externalities cost. We have to look after our public. We have to look after the society. We have to give some support to our human beings, our environment. Right? Purpose is one. But reason may be 3. Right? First one is we thinking we are human being. We have to support the human. Second one is if we are not doing anything, public will reject us. Third one, if you are not doing anything, government will fight against us. The 3 thinkings there. You can't say which one is correct. Maybe 3 are correct, right? So don't think about that too much, right? I understand the reason behind this, right? Next, the ethics stance of organization is the extent to which it exceeds minimum obligations, stakeholder and society at large. Ethics stance means in professional bodies, if a members having the professional bodies are given the some ethical principle to the their professionals, right? Businesses are having the ethics from the ethical guidance given by some writers, right? We have seen that Stucker's 5-question model, one of the ethical framework, so we can use that. So AAA models there, American Association model, right? It is also different ethical framework, different ethical framework there. So ethical stance means company should have the some ethical principle. Company should create. Company should have the ethical principle. For example, like this. Each and sometime company will have ethic like this. Each and every 5 years, we will get the ethics. So employees side also company may have the ethics, right? They will say all the men can be work until, right, from 9 to 5. If they do the OT, they can do the OT after 5, right? But women, we will not allow to do the OT overtime. So it's one of the ethics to protect the women from the some abuse. So protect from our society. So give the some concern for the our women, right? Women having the works in their home also, right? Some ethics, right? It's not argue that why men are giving the more works, women are not giving the more works. It's not arguable, right? It depends on the view of the businesses, right? It differs, right? Don't depend on one thing. That's why many lecturers saying this is correct, this is wrong. But exactly understand the things. Don't argue for that, right? Then Johnson et al. 2005 illustrate the range of possible ethical stances by giving 4 illustrations. The Johnson ETAL. So you can see here words Johnson ETAL. It means ETAL means not meaning anything, right? It's saying Johnson in 2005. Johnson in 2005 illustrate this thing. So ETAL means he is mentioned in one book on that year. So for short term, so report writing they using this. This is a European style, right? So when you doing the case study, you will understand this. SL5. After 5 years, after 6 years, you will face the case study, and you will understand how to write the reports, right? In case study, you will do the assignment based on the contemporary issue, based on the issue that is in current situation. You will have to write the report in a 3000 words to 3500 words, and you have to give the conclusion. You have to do alone that report. That's like an assignment, right? Project. So possible ethical standards by giving 4 illustrations: short-term stakeholder interest, long-term shareholder interest, short-term shareholder interest, long-term shareholder interest, multiple stakeholder obligation, sharp of society. We have to divide our ethics principle based on this short-term shareholder interest. What short-term shareholder will do? Short-term shareholder always seeking to make the profit through the share purchase and share selling, right? Making the capital appreciation. Long-term shareholder wants the dividends also. They want a profit plus the capital appreciation, right? Multiple stakeholder obligation. They the society, customer, supplier, government, then government authorities, then charity, community, then employees, right? Employees' family, right? So new entry, all are stakeholders, new entrants, competitors, everyone having interest on our business operation. Then shaper of society, right? The short-term shareholder interest and obligation might limit ethical stance to taking responsibility of short-term shareholder interest on the grounds that is for government, along to impose wider constraints on corporate governments. This minimalist approach would accept a duty of obedience to the demand of law, but would not undertake to comply with any less substantial rules of conduct. This stance can be justified on the grounds that going beyond it can challenge government authority. This is an important consideration for organizations operating in developing countries. Most of the short-term shareholders are the minority shareholder. You know that in minority shareholder having the more power in Sri Lanka, right? As per the Companies Act, section 204, it says 5% of shareholder wants to keep the this meeting, they can keep the meeting, right? They can call for a meeting. They will give the consent to the government, company, and they will conduct the meeting. We cannot reject them, right? There are many rules there. I take a one section only. The long-term shareholder interest. There are two reasons why an organization might have wider view of ethical responsibility when considering the long-term interest shareholder. Organization's corporate image may be enhanced by the assumption of the wider responsibility. The cost of undertaking such responsibility may be justified as essentially promotional expenditure. The responsible exercise of corporate power may prevent a build up of social and political pressure for legal regulation. Freedom of action may be preserved and the burden of regulation lightened by acceptance of the ethical responsibility. Long-term shareholder will have the more shares in the company sometime. So they will each and every year they will influence the company's decision through the voting power in the annual general meeting and the ordinary general extraordinary general meeting, right? So if the long-term shareholder will be they are in the company for more than 5 years or 10 years, so they know what company is doing, right? They will have the more knowledge than the short-term shareholder. So finally, if company is doing, they will understand what company is going to do. It's wrong or correct, or externalities are taken by the company's proper way. Externalities are taken by company's proper way. Externalities means cost of the society. Cost of the society taken by the companies in a proper way. So if not taken, they will sell the shares and go out. So if major shareholder going out means it is impact to the company's image. Everyone will seek about why this major shareholder after 10 years is leaving the company. So the image creation will be impact, right? Image. That's why companies' image are impacted by the even single person. If finance director resign the job, directors can resign anyone can resign the job without reasons. No need to give the reason. Finance director saying, I have no reason, I just resign and go. Everyone will panic. Everyone will afraid of what other directors doing and will ask the question in the directors board of director AGM. Right? The multiple stakeholder obligation. An organization must accept the legitimacy of the expectation of the stakeholders other than the shareholders and build those expectations into its stated purpose. This would be because without appropriate relationship with groups such as suppliers, employers and customers, the organization would not be able to function. A distinction can be drawn between rights and expectation. A right can be viewed as a legal or moral entitlement. One is fairly safe interpretative ground with legal rights, since their basis is usually clearly established through development and adjustment. The concept of moral entitlement is much less well defined and subject to partisan argument. As discussed above, in the context of natural law, there is, for instance, an understandable tendency for those who feel themselves agree to declare that the rights have been infringed. Whether or not this is the case is often a matter of opinion. For example, in the UK, there is often talk of a right of work when redundancies occur. No such right exists in UK law. No, is it widely accepted that there is a moral basis for such a right. However, there is a widespread expectancy that government should make the prevention of large-scale unemployment a high priority. There are stakeholders have some rights over our business, and also stakeholders have the obligations also, right? If customer come and buy our product, customer should pay the price that is a fair price, right? For example, say if a demand increased time, sometime demand increased time, customer will pay any amount to that product if that product is shortage, right? It's not good. If it is happen, only who have the more money can only buy that product. If that is essential product, it will impact the poor, right? For example, good in Sri Lanka nowadays very famous in the parip, this dal was price was reduced to 60 rupees. If you go and purchase in one grocery, if it say it's increased to 60 rupees, but we can't sell at 60 rupees, we have to sell in 100 rupees if you won't buy, otherwise burn, right? So essential product in these days. So if you buy at 100 rupees, you are doing the wrongful to other people. You have to fight against him, and you should call the police and you should say you will sell 60 rupees, otherwise I will fight against you and I will take the police here. So he should sell. That is obligation, right? That is obligation. You should see the price. It's a fair price. You should see the expired date. You should see the manufactured date. You should see the ingredients. You should see whether this is really vegetarian item, really this is non-vegetarian item. You have to see the certificates in that. Right is that is right of the customer. That is right of the stakeholder. If you have the, that is obligation also sometimes you have, right? That is right of that is obligation, right? If you see everything and taking the this means that is responsibility for you are. Right will be like this. If the stock is there, you have the right to buy the product, right? If you have the money, if customer having the right means, if you have the money, if company is selling, we can't give that money means it's a wrong. If we can't give the product means a wrongful for the company. Second one is, after, for example, take the employee have the right to take the salary after finish the works. If a monthly salary worker, after every month he can take the salary from the employer. Employer cannot say I will pay the money 2 months salary after 2 months salary in once. He can't say like this. If it is appointment letter saying each and every month you will pay the money means, even though making the loss or profit, he should be paid the salary. That is a right. The clearly organization due to respect that is explained. Then sharper of society, it is difficult enough for commercial organizations to accept wide responsibility to stakeholders. The role of shaper of society is even more demanding and largely the province of public sector organizations and charities, though some well-funded private organizations might act in this way. The legitimacy of this approach depends on the framework of corporate governance and accountability, where organizations are clearly set up for such a role, either by government or by private sponsor. They may pursue it. However, they must also satisfy whatever requirements for financially viability are established for them. Right? Corporate social responsibility strategy. Shape a society is if the public sector organization and the charity, you know that they are working for the public's benefit, right? They are not working to make the profit for the owners. So government will not make the profit out of the infrastructure, out of the public goods given to the government. So our business approach also may be like this. We have to show we are not making only profit. We are responsible to making the society well also. We have to show that is the shape of the society. We have the 4 responsibility now. Long term shareholders also we should keep in correct place, and short term shareholders we have to keep in correct place. So all other stakeholders we have to keep happy. Third one, we have to shape our society. We are not only making the profit out of you, we are making the good to your society also. Then corporate social responsible strategy, the CSR is nowadays very increasing in the annual reports. So Sri Lanka also giving the more awards for better CSR report in the annual report. So a business that has a strategy in a place to demonstrate corporate social responsibility. So CSR means corporate social responsibility. There are many strategies there, right? I already told this. So staff welfare program there, charitable donation there, contributing the government, non-governmental organization, supporting local good causes. They include stakeholders. Floods comes, government companies are coming and helping to the refugees in the camps. So supporting is there. So they have the some strategy, CSR, different CSR program. Employees also there in some companies. They are always seeking for the what we have to do if anything occurs in this society. For example, in each and every day, not only in flood time or tsunami time or diseases time, each and every time there is any single person is hungry in our country, Sri Lanka. So they will find out those places. They'll find out those places and they're making some strategies and they conduct some programming, bring the video cameras and also videoing everything and filming everything and showing the TV also. That is making the like a promotion. That is a CSR strategy. We have to show society we are good in our CSR. Right? We have to show that in TV, Facebook, social media area. We have to show that we are good in that. Then people automatically like the company. Right? The strategic CSR, it could be argued that CSR activities should reflect the ethos of the business, so ethics of the business. It may be ethics or reflect the ethics of the business, which leads to the concept of the strategic CSR. When CSR activities become strategic, they are concerned with the long-term success of the business and should therefore be beneficial to the business as well as to the society. Example of strategic CSR initiative might include pharmaceutical company funding the training of medical staff in hope that when qualified they will source drugs from that company. Right? Everywhere CSR having the some intention, some purpose to get the benefit again to that company, not like government or not like a charitable purpose. It is business are doing something to make a profit. We are doing the CSR for the advertisement. It will be increase our sales. It's like this pharmaceutical company helping to the pharmaceutical training staff, right? Pharmaceutical training staff, and that company can give the medicine to our pharmacy. Our pharmacy in a discount price may be given, right? We are giving the support to them, they will support us. The bank provides the internet training for senior customers who might then be disposed to buying financial products, right? So we are giving the internet savings to the senior citizens more than 60 years, more than 70 years I think. So they will normally this is good. This is good bank giving the internet service. We can't go to the bank always, so they normally deposit that money to them. So giving the internet service and taking the money. Right? Then encouraging employees to nominate and get involved in good causes in order to develop loyalty to the company. It's a promotional activity. Then sponsoring sports team in return for advertising space on shirts, other merchandise and at the ground. It's like a sport meets, big match. Then international match also, one-day international cricket match and T20 international cricket match, test international cricket match, all same thing. Then decision as to whether CSR should be strategic is an ethical one. From a pristine capitalist point of view, all CSR activities should be strategic, since all of a company's money should be caused to benefit shareholder. On the other hand, a deeper green perspective would argue that because business take from society, they should give something back. Everything I have explained is given in notes, right? One difference between CSR strategy and strategic CSR is the CSR strategy is how to make the CSR. Strategic CSR means how this CSR should be making profit to us. That is strategic CSR, right? Then is the extent to which an organization will promote the support given to CSR cause, making it more likely that strategic CSR will be more visible. Consequently, the ethical viewpoint most likely to support this could be that of the expedient promoting strategic CSR in a way that benefits the organization. Alright, within the CSR, your subject is finished. This chapter is finished. Right, and thank you.